Two Alabama farms known throughout the Southeast for producing high-quality plants and shrubs were selected as finalists for Alabama's Farm of Distinction, sponsored by the Alabama Farm City Committee. The overall winner will receive more than $15,000 in prizes and represent Alabama in the Swisher Sweets Sunbelt Expo Southeastern Farmer of the Year contest at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in October. The farms were judged on productivity, stewardship, and management. Judges Samantha Carpenter of the Alabama Farmers Cooperative, Tammy Culver of the Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industries, and Andy Leslie of First South Farm Credit visited the farms February 26. Dairyland Nursery has taken a new shape in recent years, but the roots of owners Mark and Julie Williams are firmly planted in the Mobile County soil.
My papa and father started the dairy over in the mid-40s, maybe around 46. And over time, as that dairy began to grow, Daddy was able to lease another dairy here in the community. And so they were running two dairies. We've been in business here essentially since '02. We started a couple of years before that. We were still in the dairy business, and when we sold out of the dairy in March of '02, we were able to just go 100% into the nursery.
Today, Dairyland Nursery includes 8 acres of woody ornamentals ranging from junipers and hollies to boxwoods and border grasses. The farm's specialties, however, are decorative topiaries carefully sculpted by hand over multiple growing seasons.
Around the '06 and '07, we run into issues with drought in Atlanta, and that's where the bulk of our material was going into metro Atlanta. And it really put a brakes on our sale. And then when we had our recession, that just absolutely compounded sales till we just about couldn't give plants away. Right prior to that, we started doing some topiary, and when these hard times hit, we were still able to sell some of the topiary items, our more expensive items. So it was kind of, well, it was a good thing in a way.
Mark says he enjoys the artistic side of creating topiaries, but credits longtime employee Moxie for being the master of shaping consistent, high-quality products year after year.
We don't have a problem when somebody orders 20 or 2 or 50 to go and pull his product, and it's all the same. And it's not just this year, it's last year and the year before. Customers that when they call, they don't wonder about what it's going to look like.
Julie Williams, who's a partner in the operation, says Dairyland has carved a niche by propagating almost all of its plants, which ensures products are true to name and variety. They also cultivate native species like elderberry, popular for its medicinal value.
I like being in the outside and just enjoying the nature and the hands-on. There's always something to do. It is peaceful. It can be stressful, but it's very peaceful as well.
Julie says working at the nursery has been good for their daughter Caitlin, who's pursuing a degree in physical therapy.
Growing up, it taught her how to work, and it's really, to me, it shaped her how to be the person that she is. She's very headstrong, she's very dedicated, and she's always ready to lend that helping hand to come out of it, to pull weeds or get around that potting machine. And the country life is really, I think, has really helped shape her, and she's growing up to be a fine young lady.
Williams is active in Alabama Farmers Federation, the Mobile Ag Museum, and Tanner Williams United Methodist Church. That's Mark and Julie Williams, partners in Dairyland Nursery in Mobile County. When it comes to growing poinsettias, mums, caladiums, and spring plants, it's a small world. At least it is for Hank Richardson's Dixie Green Incorporated of Cherokee County. Started in 1979, the family business has grown from a single 28 by 96 foot greenhouse to almost 12 acres of heated space, plus another 8 acres of outside plant pads.
We're the major poinsettia supplier at Walt Disney World. We've been doing them for almost about 30 years now. And we also do poinsettias in the Upperland Hotel at Nashville. Poinsettias, you see it right at Christmas, will be the ones that we ship in.
Richardson, who grew up on a cattle, hog, and row crop farm, started growing plants with his brothers in 1974. 5 years later, they merged with another local greenhouse to form Dixie Green.
We started out with a pickup truck and a camper shell. And we made shells in that and loaded plants on it and made deliveries. Actually, we just loaded plants up and pulled into the garden center and had them look at our plants, and they'd pick out what they wanted. And we sold plants that way. Now we have 6 tractor trailers. We have 6 short trucks, from 24 to 28 foot box trucks, and then 1 small delivery van.
Hank's oldest brother passed away in 2011, and the second oldest retired last year. Today, Hank runs the business with his wife Sheila and their sons John and Daniel. Over the years, the family's faced its share of challenges.
We hadn't been in Dixie Green but a few years. We had a major fire. It was a big setback. And about 10 years after that or so, we had a blizzard, which had almost about 2 feet of snow. We lost 4 acres of greenhouse in the middle of March. And we was able to overcome that and maintain sales. Then in 2007, we had the drought that kind of killed sales because people couldn't water their plants. And so we've overcome that, and we're still here. We've survived the 18% interest, we've survived the fuel shortages, and there's just been a lot of things over the years. Going through all the challenges and everything, we just wouldn't give up because we weren't willing to fail. We was going to do whatever we could to keep it going.
Dixie Green grows plants for Lowe's and Walmart through a contract with Young's Plant Farm of Auburn. Another 15 to 20% of their crop is purchased for fundraisers. Each year, the Richardsons and almost 50 employees produce about 500,000 spring plants, 325,000 caladiums, 15,000 ferns, and about 250,000 each of mums and poinsettias. Richardson says seeing the joy on customers' faces makes all the hard work worthwhile.
What I like most about being in the greenhouse business is the satisfaction you get from growing a crop and seeing it finish and shipping it to our clients that get to enjoy the plants. And like at the theme parks in particular, thousands and thousands of people see our plants and can enjoy that.
The Richardsons are active in Alabama Farmers Federation, Alabama Nursery and Landscape Association, and Providence Baptist Church. That's Hank and Sheila Richardson of Dixie Green Incorporated of Cherokee County.